guys, this is Karen and today we're going to be doing a first listen to SHINee's leader Onew's first mini album Voice. I'm super excited. Just before I start the video though, I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you guys. I'm not sure when this is going to be edited. Hopefully it would be around the Christmas period or definitely before New Year. That's my aim. So I hope you guys had a lovely holidays. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves and I'm wishing you a fantastic 2019. But anyways, as you can tell, the setting has changed a little bit. I figured this album would be much more calming and soothing and didn't really require me to stand up, and to be honest I could do with some sitting down. Today is December 17th and yes, I know I'm ridiculous. Yes, I know I'm a masochist, I know. But you see, the way my logic works, yeah, is that at the moment my timeline, Twitter, is just a little bit too much for me at the moment, and I figured, you know, I haven't listened to the album yet and I definitely wanted to listen to it before tomorrow. In the Christmas period, especially with editing and everything, so I figured, you know, just get it out today. I was meant to do it yesterday, but you know, it was hair wash day and I couldn't do it. Sorry about that. But yeah, I just kind of needed a distraction. I don't know how well this is going to be of a distraction, but I just needed a distraction, and I figured who better to distract me and soothe me than SHINee's Onew, my favorite male vocalist in K-pop. So yes, we're gonna start off the first listen with Blue. I haven't listened to this track since I reacted to it, and I figured, you know, just, you know, give myself another refresher course and everything, and just, you know, just listen throughout the album and yeah, see what stories Mr. Jinki has to share with us. And obviously my guy is in the army at the moment. He also just celebrated his birthday. Well, he, you know, celebrated in whilst he's in the army, but hopefully he's doing well there. I saw a picture of him recently and he seems to be doing okay, so hopefully that carries on for the next year and 7 months. But anyways, talking too much, let's just get started the video. We're gonna start off with Blue. This was written by Kenzie, I believe, and composed by Conan and Loco of Locoberry, who have collaborated with Onew on the track Lullaby. Actually, they wrote the track and composed Lullaby, which was for SM Station. I know they are actually quite close friends with Onew, so it is actually not surprising to see them participating on the album. But anyways, let's just get right into the song. Also got my mason jar of tea. I've got lemon and ginger just in case anyone's wondering. I really love the strings section in this song. It's beautiful. It creates this great dramatic, you know, vibe that a song like this needs. I like that line. But if I know my way, there's nothing to be afraid of. Even though it's like dark and unclear. Anytime he says purumbam, yeah. Showers no. It blooms again. I really do love the lyrics. Kenzie writes such beautiful lyrics, honestly. That's why I absolutely love her as a songwriter. It's such a stunning ballad, actually, and I think someone mentioned that for them it's slightly boring, which I guess I can understand. A lot of people don't really enjoy ballads. Well, some people don't enjoy ballads and stuff, and I guess it's not a ballad that you would really want to listen to on a daily basis. Personally, it is quite heavy of a ballad, even though like actually the lyrics itself are quite hopeful and sort of like it has this conviction to find this, you know, this light at the end of the tunnel, and just basically him sort of like trying to find his way through this path, and you know, and having this faith that he's gonna find the light that he's looking for eventually. So it is quite a heavy ballad. It's not one of those ballads that I feel like you would listen on a daily basis. Obviously it's a old jazz ballad, so you know, when I think of music like this, I always think of it being, you know, sung in like a pivotal moment in like a musical, or being played at like the most dramatic part of like a film. Like, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it because I love the emotions he puts into this ballad. I mean, I love the emotions he puts into any song. But with this song, what I love is that you can also really enjoy the velvetiness and the warmth of his voice. He has such a warm voice that I feel like everyone can immediately tell it's Onew. He has such a unique voice that I absolutely love. And I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, who, how, what? I've never heard a voice like this before. And he was easily the, you know, the one I was able to pick out because it's just so different to the others, even though SHINee all have different voices, but his is like very, very like distinct. And yeah, I just thought that this was able to showcase like that quality of his voice that I really enjoy, like the fullness of it, the how warm it is, and how there's so much depth to it that I don't know. I just thought that it was able to encapsulate that. But I really love the lyrics. I think Kenzie did a fantastic job, and I just love the meaning of it. And I think blue is actually his favorite color, and obviously there's obviously like those hidden meanings that, you know, we can take from it as well. And anytime he says like blue night, that it just does a lot to my soul. But other than that, I thought it was an enjoyable ballad, and definitely something you want to listen to at a specific moment in your life. But okay, so the next song is Korimada, or Your Scent, and lyrics are by Conan and Loco, and arranged and composed by Conan, who are part of Loco Berry. Yes, without further ado, let's just jump right into this. Lyrics, guys, the lyrics. The one that I just got stuck on was the it says something like, you're scattered on every street as the memories come alive, I keep getting tears. Okay. His voice really was made for ballads, wasn't it? Oh, I love a ballad with a good string section. You don't understand. Okay. Yes, come through. I love that harmony here. Oh, I really like the lyrics for that, actually. I mean, I already tweeted about how, just from like vaguely skimming through some of the lyrics that were posted on Twitter, that this album felt like an ode to someone. And obviously, I don't know when the song was written, and obviously it was written by Loco Berry. But I like the metaphor of, like, you know, of the scent being scattered around the streets, and obviously basically being around this person, no matter where they went, they could still feel this person. And I mean, on first look, it does feel like one of those like heartbreak type songs where you've gone through a breakup, and obviously you're still like remembering, you know, this person. You can still feel them around you, and like wherever you go, you can still see them in like the places that you guys used to frequent and all that kind of stuff. The surface level, it does seem like that, and it could be that. I didn't get to check out his second commentary for the album, because I didn't want to get spoilers for the songs. But like I said, this defo feels like it just feels like an ode. It really does. But I did like the lyrics. And obviously he's talked about how obviously it's hard to move on, and he obviously misses this person, and even though they've tried to erase it because it hurts so much, they still can't, because obviously this person was such a big part of their life. And you can take it to mean whatever you want it to mean, whatever floats your boat, whatever, you know, helps you get through what you need to get through. You can take it to mean whatever it does. But I think personally, from Blue to this, and knowing the other lyrics for the other songs as well, it just feels like a massive ode to a little main vocalist. But yeah, I thought that was beautiful. It was definitely a different vibe to Blue. This was actually more somber in terms of the lyrics in comparison to Blue, but the actual production wasn't as somber as Blue. So it was definitely more, I won't say light, and I won't say it was happier, but it definitely wasn't as heavy as Blue was, and not as dramatic. So there was a slight light feeling to it, even though obviously the lyrics weren't quite like that. But I like that contrast, and I thought he sang beautifully. And you know, just listening to him singing ballads, you just realize how well he's suited to this. And like, it's amazing how he hasn't done as many OSTs as, you know, you would expect him to with a voice like that. I definitely think this would be more listenable than Blue, like on a daily basis. Well, depending on how you feel and if the lyrics don't like make you cry or something. But yeah. Okay, so the next song is Under the Starlight, or Dongne, which I believe means like neighborhood in Korean. The lyrics are by SHINee, I think, slash Zigzag Note, and composed and arranged by Zigzag Note and Kim Song-un. I can't really read the writing here because it's quite small, but yes, let's just get into it. Oh, that was nice. You will become a child who fell asleep without any worries. I like the lyrics actually. So actually this part doesn't go the way I think it would from the way it starts, which is always a fun, you know, surprise when I listen to songs. You better sing it. The lyrics here, all my familiar people, he's really singing his heart out. In the still warm landscape within their hand. I think I'm gonna sing like today. I think this actually might be my favorite ballad out of the three that I've heard. be honest. The lyrics were really beautiful. They had this like theme of like nostalgia, and to be honest, I feel like you can think of this as like a thank you to like his members and fans as well. Like the part where he goes like the stars in the night sky protecting me, my people I'm most grateful to. Always the unchanging me. With such a heart, forever in the memory. Yeah. So I like that part because I feel like it explains like the entire message of the song, where, you know, he kind of goes through like, you know, how he was as a kid and basically like him obviously being a kid and obviously thoughts of growing up and how he's got into this point in his life and the people he has met, the memories he's made, and obviously the journey that he's been through, and also just kind of just given this sense of just being incredibly grateful for the people that he has met along the way, members, his company, his family obviously, and obviously the people that, you know, who don't really know him personally but still are happy to, you know, give part of their day to listen to him sing, which is us, the fans. So it is a really beautiful sentiment, and I think the lyricist did a really great job obviously capturing the gratitude that he feels, and sort of like giving us like an idea of like just his thoughts, I guess. And I don't know, I really like the pace of this ballad as well. I really enjoyed the instrumentation. I think this one actually had a like some sort of guitar, which I really enjoyed. I don't think the previous ones did. They had strings like a violin and like I don't know, cello, double bass, I don't know. But like this one I feel like actually had a guitar, if I can remember correctly, and I just enjoyed the bass. And towards the end I really loved like the like that like crescendo that was built, like the drama that was built towards the end, and the harmony that started and he was still singing along and doing like his ad-libs and stuff. I really enjoyed that. Okay, so the next song is Sign or Oton Sai, which I think means like what kind of relationship, like link. No, Sai means relationship, I think. I think that's a better word. Lyrics by I think Hwang Hyun and Park Ji-yeon of Monotree, which is a music collective of producers, writers and composers, and composed and arranged by Hwang Hyun of Monotree as well. Let's get into it. Ooh. Oh, I knew we were gonna get a song like this. As my eyes are going a little bit bad. Oh, cute. I love songs where he's like talky singing, like this folksy type of vibe. Oh, cute. Oh, is my guy having a little crush? Oh, bless him. I like that part. He's having very complicated feelings about this, even though it's really not that complicated. Oh, we don't know each other? Oh, you just have friends in common. Okay. Oh, I like this part of the production. Oh, yes. Is that saxophone or is it some clarinet? Like some, I don't know what kind of wind instrument that is, but I like that. And no, it's not a saxophone. You better have your solo. You better. Don't. Don't. Oh, that reminds me of when Minho said that he really liked Onew in the 24 hours was it 24 hours video show thing. Cute. That was cute. I don't know, that just was like a classic piece that I just felt like really encapsulated like that that not quirky but like witty, like old man vibe of Onew that I love as well. I just find it endearing. I definitely knew a song like this would be on there. He really does like folksy, like really light folksy tracks. Like the song that he did with Kim Yeonu. What's that song? I can't remember. It was featuring you in her as well. Sorry. I can't remember what the exact title of it is. But it was also in the same style as this. I don't know, like songs like this and Starry Night that he did with Ijna, I think her name is. I definitely feel like he really suits that sort of folksy indie type tracks, and I think he's definitely mentioned that he really enjoys songs like that, so it's no wonder that he obviously collaborated with people like Locaberry, who are very much into that kind of genre. But obviously Monotree have actually worked with SHINee before. But I enjoyed the light-heartedness of this and him kind of like exploring like how he feels about this person and how it's all complicated in his head and deal with what his mind and his heart telling him. And I don't know, it was just really cute. And I could just imagine like the little expressions he would do if he was on stage if he was performing this song. Because or you'd be like extra like that, you have like this whole like one-man acting type thing going on. But yeah, it would be actually really lovely to see him perform this, so hopefully when he comes out we will get a lovely performance of this. But I really enjoyed that song. Okay, so the next song is Illusion, or Sarangi Sosurka, which is I don't know how to even translate that, like is love still there, something like that. I think, I'm sure some of you are more adept in Korean than I am, but I think it's vaguely means something along those lines. But anyways, this was written by our lovely leader Jinki, Loco, and Conan of Locaberry, and also arranged and composed by Conan of Locaberry. So let's go. You, sir, don't be going into your lower register like that. Yeah, was it really love? Wrong verb, but you guys go what I meant. Don't you think strings and the drums, wasn't expecting that, but don't you think like the strings and keys make such a beautiful sound together? I love it when it's so stripped back. Oh, I like that transition. better. Oh, I like that. I think I can hear a female voice in that. That might be Loco. That was beautiful. I really like the ending bit of that. Like, I love it when, you know, obviously it gets to that point where the ballad builds up and then there's all these like pauses and, you know, the drums come in and, you know, there's like a little standstill to have the vocals, you know, shine a little bit and it all comes back in. I love when ballads do that. I feel like it just, you know, keeps you along with, you know, the drama and, you know, the emotions and everything. But yeah, the lyrics were really beautiful for this. The character is obviously looking back on this, you know, this love that they had and wondering if it was some sort of an illusion, like was it really love, like was, you know, we were very young back then and it almost didn't feel real and it almost felt like it didn't really happen. But obviously with them not being able to forget this relationship and obviously still hanging on to it, it obviously was love and all that stuff. But I thought that was nice. But yeah, like I said, the theme of this album is just very longing. It has just like this just massive theme of longing throughout and just a lot of retrospection going on. Well, not retrospection, well, retrospection and introspection, I guess, going on. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, like it's definitely, would I say soothing? I don't know if it's soothing, but it's more like, I guess just kind of going through this journey, like with all the stories that he's telling in each song, it's just kind of going through this journey with him. It's almost like taking a walk and just having a conversation with someone. That's how I'm feeling as I'm listening to these songs. But yeah, that was another beautiful ballad. But yeah, let's see what the next one is. So the next one is Shine On You, or Onew Hage Heyo, which was obviously written by Jinki and composed and arranged by Conan from Lockerberry. This is the one that I saw and I was like, oh chow, the lyrics for this, and no one can tell me this song is what I think it's about. So
아직 채우지 못한 이렇게 붉은 네 입술 푸른 바람에 날리는 사랑스런 머리칼질로 미소가 불안했던 마음을 오묘하게 내 마음속에 절대 채우지 못할 크고 큰 내 마음의 공허함을 다 채워주었죠. 유난스럽게 붉은
random, but I really like that word. 유난스럽게 means unbelievably. I don't know, I just like the sound of that word. this is another one of those moments as a I Will Fight on Key's album. I don't know, the lyrics were really beautiful. They're really, really beautiful. And like I said, no one can tell me this is not what I think it's about, and it's not about who I think it's about. And you could just tell, like all the references, the moon, you know, I'm not really sure what to say. One thing I would say that I do like, not like, but it is beautiful to see, you know, their members have these songs where it kind of gives us a glimpse of, like, not a glimpse, but what, like a tiny glimpse of like their thoughts and feelings. They don't owe us that at all. They don't need to let us know their private thoughts about the entire situation and everything. But when you hear it in a song like this, and when you can sort of like catch on to those like hidden meanings and everything, it is beautiful to see, you know, obviously them being able to put this into a song. And it shouldn't really be like this. It's one of those things where it's like we wouldn't have gotten the song. So it's just one of those things. But hopefully the message gets to the person that needs to hear it. So I thought he did a fantastic job with lyrics. It was beautiful. You know, there's something I love about Onew's lyricism. It's very obviously different from every other SHINee member's one, but he kind of just sticks to what he wants to say. A bit of a difference where Jonghyun is like very like metaphorical and poetic, and he will, you know, have all these extra, you know, figurative language and everything, and you're just like, wow, like how your brain works in this way. I like Onew because of, like, not to say that Onew doesn't do that, but it's like definitely in comparison to their writing styles, he definitely he's much more straight to the point with it. Like, he says what he needs to say without having figurative languages. Like, he just gets straight to the point and just says it how he wants to say it. And yeah, I don't know, this was beautiful. I like the general production as well. But obviously it doesn't really matter because it's really the message that's important. And I mean, trust him to, you know, have a whole title, you know, with his name in it. Onew actually means gentle and mild. So Onew Hageyo doesn't necessarily mean shine on you. It actually means to soften, or to make something gentler, something like that. So in this part it says, a fresh smile that makes my uneasy heart soften. Yeah, but like I said, this album is an ode. No one can tell me anything different. You can feel how you want to feel, but in my head, in my heart, I know this album is an ode, and obviously this song just kind of really just explains that. But yeah, let's get to the next song. Is Timepiece, or Togak Togak. I think that's the sound of like the clock ticking, something like that. Lyrics are by Wontaeyeon and Jaeha. Composed and arranged by Jo Kyu-man. Okay, let's go.
기억 속에 기억이 나지
I really like the production of this.
좋았던 사람 처음인 내도 보고 싶어
I really like the use of time as a metaphor here. Also, I've noticed that all the terms used in this entire album are gender neutral. You better hold that note. You better hold that note. He literally just said, he literally, every time the second hand goes back to the other side, the first day I met him, that's the first time he's used a male pronoun in this entire thing. I'm just... I'm not really sure what you're supposed to say after that. I was not expecting that part. Him saying that he wants time to stop the day he met him and keep it frozen there until he falls asleep. I swear to God, I cannot. Just... It's a good thing he put that song at the end, because wow. Okay. This was an emotional roller coaster, therefore. I don't know if it was soothing. I'm not sure if I'll put healing as, I don't know, I'm not sure if I would describe it as necessarily healing as well, but I think what it does for me is I don't know. I think it just makes me... What are words to use? I need to like try and be a little bit eloquent, but like, what do you say, to be honest? Like, what are you supposed to say? Obviously, I know it wasn't written by him, but obviously they do talk about, you know, the lyrics when, you know, they're coming up with albums. Obviously there's specific lyrics that they have to choose, you know, things that obviously match a kind of story that he wants to tell, even if it's not him necessarily writing it. And you know, all I keep thinking is, even though I knew his first album would have ballads and all that stuff, I'm wondering if the theme would have been the same. I don't know. It's one of those things that makes you think, right? And it makes you kind of think of all the what ifs. I don't know. Okay, let me try and be a bit eloquent and, you know, try and wrap this up. I'm not trying to trigger people here. It's just, you know, I try to keep my first listens, especially when, you know, this year when it comes to SHINee, I've tried to keep it as positive and as yeah, as I would do any first listen, just in general, or just, you know, just kind of treat it the same way. But, you know, sometimes you just can't help it when you hear music like that and you get to catch a bit of a glimpse of their feelings and all that stuff. I don't know. It is a bit hard. I am proud of Onew. I am really, really proud of him. If there's one member that I mean, 2017 was a really shit year. It was a really shit year. And so much happened. But I always think with like Onew, like there's my heart just, it's just, you know, I just feel very complicated about situations. I just remember like the last half of like 2017, like, well, from the summer onwards, and, you know, the scandal and everything, like, we literally did not know what was going to happen. And that's not to absolve like his involvement in the scandal or anything like that. Like, when I'm talking about this, I'm just kind of like not trying to rehash anything, but I'm just saying, sometimes you just look back and think of, like, you know, from when everything just started to go wrong in 2017, and, you know, the uncertainty about Onew, and like, you know, obviously his scandal, you know, which, like I said, you know, he has to, you know, take his responsibility for that situation, which he has. But just thinking from then and thinking about like the uncertainty of like how things were going to move forward from there, and like how we were so worried about like how he was going to return and stuff, and then December, and then the first time we saw Onew, and then it's the man. So anytime I look at Onew, yeah, I just feel so complicated. Like, my heart just hurts for the man. It really does. And that's not to say I don't feel the same way for any member, but I just feel like him being the leader, him being the lead vocalist, him being the oldest member as well, like, I can't imagine what if it was to be in that kind of position, and just in general. And I really do hope like the coming years are much kinder to all of SHINee. I really do, because anyways, I don't know what I'm even saying. I don't know what I'm saying, but like, basically all I know is that Onew has been through a lot. Like, I didn't even know if we're gonna get this album, you know, from the way things were happening, and it's a lot. It's just so much has happened, and I'm still kind of in just disbelief as to how we've come here and how this has happened. And having the solo, it's just really bittersweet feelings, you know. On the one hand, obviously you're excited that you've got this solo, but on the same hand, it's not quite complete. And, you know, having songs like Shine On You and Timepiece, it just, if the circumstances weren't the circumstances we're in, we wouldn't have gotten those songs, basically. And then at the same time, it's just like, it feels bittersweet. It just feels bittersweet, and I don't know how to describe it other than that. I would have to really think about my favorites, because at the moment I'm still kind of stuck on Shine On You and Timepiece at the moment, and like, I just need to listen through the album again, and sort of like figure out what my favorites were. But as I said before, the album just, you know, definitely had this theme of longing, of obviously a sense of regret, and there was definitely some hope in there. There was obviously some lightheartedness, but for the most part, I just feel like the main theme was longing. And I'm just appreciative that, you know, he kind of was able to, you know, record and I guess get some of the stuff that he wanted to say out in musical form and share that with us. But basically, since this is my last SHINee video, let me just add it on a slightly less frazzled note. I don't know, I've said this so many times, but I'm just super grateful and super thankful and just super overwhelmed with love for these 5 men and what they've achieved and what they've done and the things that they will just carry on doing. Hopefully it'll get to a point where I listen to these albums and it will definitely have that soothing, healing attributes. At the moment it's definitely more of like, yeah, just bittersweet, I guess, but it always will be, just in general. But hopefully with time the bitter part will edge off a little bit and we can look back on things a little bit fondly and yeah. But in terms of Onew, I don't know, like I said, I'm not entirely sure what his solo would have been like in different circumstances, but for what this was, I thought he was able to show off that beautiful voice of his that we've been waiting to have its solo shine for 10 years. And I'm glad he got a chance to tell the stories that the way he wanted to tell his stories. And I'm really grateful for the people that worked with him. These are people that he's worked with before, especially Loco Berry, who participated in like I think 4 of the tracks as well. I'm really appreciative of just the time he took to prepare this. He didn't have to. I honestly was just expecting some sort of like maybe single or something like that. When I heard that he was coming out of an album, I could not believe my ears, and it's like, believe my eyes. But yeah, this was such a lovely gift, and I'm just super thankful. But yeah, obviously we're not gonna get a comeback until much later on. It'll be interesting to see him perform these songs when he finally is discharged from the army, and to see what kind of artists he becomes and what kind of man he becomes after the army as well. I don't know. I'm looking forward to just seeing them all reunite again. Well, yeah, I'm sorry for the very lackluster reaction. I mean, to be honest, you can't really react much to ballads, to be honest. It's one of those things where you just have to sit down and enjoy. Obviously things got a bit emotional here and there, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Oh god, I don't even know if I even would recommend you guys watching this, but thanks for stopping by. If you did stop by to check it out, please give Onew lots of love, give SHINee lots of love, and give Jonghyun endless amounts of love, because he absolutely deserves it. Take care of yourselves, and yeah, I hope 2019 is much more kinder to you guys, and yeah, let's keep walking with SHINee. And yeah, that's all I've got for you guys. I'll see you guys later.